Welcome back, everyone. Tonight we are installing a PHBG 19 carburetor, a Metrokit intake, and new reeds on the Derby Start 5 Dirt Ped engine. This is a really easy upgrade. It's pretty much bolt and go. You do need a special shim, but other than that, it's good. Please like, please subscribe, please help me out, buy me a coffee. First we gotta remove the intake. There are a couple Allens here. The intake has 4 Allens. Really should have done this when the engine was off the bike. That would have made it a little bit easier. Clean this up a little and clean up the reeds a little. The stock reeds are cracked and they don't seal quite right, so I am going to have to order some new reeds for this. Now I'm going to try to clean up this gasket, because I will be replacing these gaskets. This one came off really nice, so I can use this as a template to cut new ones. There are some high sides here, so I'm going to flatten it out on a piece of granite and some sandpaper. That looks great, way better. I'm going to do the same thing with the intake to make sure it's flat. This is 400 grit sandpaper and I'm using oil to make it wet. You can see it's still a little bit high over here and on the corners. So I'm going to keep going a little bit more. That's a lot better. There's really little dimples around here, but I'm not worried about that. I think it's pretty good. This is the Polini filter. I am going to oil it really quick. And that's as simple as taking it apart, taking out these little things. I'm using Marvel Mystery Oil, and it's just, you just oil it. Get it nice and oily. You don't want to saturate it. Kind of like that. Pour a little mystery oil on there. Squeeze it a little. Once the filter's oiled like this, this will stop the dust from going through it. Put that all back together, like so. I'm going to put it on this piece first. Okay, snap that into place. Pop this in. There you go. Now we can install this, and it's oiled. My original reeds were cracked, remember? I was going to order some from Treats, but my buddy Venkat happened to be in the area, and he brought over a couple sets. He brought over these. They are 0.3 millimeters, so these should work pretty good. I'm going to try these and not the dual stage. I don't really like the dual stage. I don't feel like the top end is as good as a single stage in my opinion, but everybody likes them for different reasons. Whenever I install reeds, I always lock tight these screws because I do not want them coming out later. It is really hot in the garage. I would have the window open and the fan on, but then it'd be too noisy. Now we can cut some gaskets and install these. I'm going to go with these Malossi ones, so we should be good to go. Now I'm going to put the reeds in, and there's a gasket on the bottom. I'm going to try to get all the Allens in. A little ball head would work really good. Alright, intake is on and tight. Now we can test fit the carburetor. Perfect. Carburetor fits perfect, and so does the air intake. I don't think you could ask for a better fit in there. Now we just have to figure out the throttle cable. To install the throttle, first we're gonna take off the slide, just unscrew this thing, pull out the spring, reach in and pull out the slide. There we go. This is a little tricky your first time, but it gets easier. I'm gonna put this little attachment through it like this. Okay. The throttle cable through the top. Pull the spring in this little cap apart and put the spring in. Okay. Now this little cap piece is gonna go over it like that and into the spring, kind of like that, so it holds it all together. You want to get the cable through the slide and locked in. Okay, there we go. Then we can put this into the carb. So we fished this through, slide the slide into the carb, make sure it goes all the way down. And then screw the cap on. That's it. Double check to make sure that your slide is opening. Verify the slide opens all the way. There, we should be good. Tighten the carb. Alright, the carb is mounted, throttle works, air box is on, intake is on, everything's good to go. Now all I need is a pipe. Alright guys, that was it. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, please subscribe, please help me out, buy me a coffee. Next up, we're going to figure out how to do a pipe on this. It's either going to be a high boy or a low boy. Thanks again.